Good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to non-league to Premier League. Right, I have played through the rest of the season. You was last with us for the Burton game. I thought I might come back if anything interesting happened, but it didn't. And by the time we got down to the Peterborough game, it was pretty obvious we was just going to finish mid-table. Not really doing anything, but we have improved on last season, so that's a good thing. What can we say then? So the run at the end of the season again, very much mid-table form. We lost to Cambridge away. We then smashed Port Vale in a 6-4 victory. We then lost 4-2 to Southend, which was really disappointing. We then beat Crawley 5-2. We lost to Swindon 2-0. We drew with Peterborough. Lost to Scunthorpe, we drew with Tranmere, we lost to Plymouth. Plymouth we put out a really second string side because we had two fixtures just quite quick, one after the other afterwards. So we went to Newport. Well, Newport come to us and we beat them 4-1. This game here, I was going to do a live com as well as the end of season update, but I decided to try and keep the video a little bit smaller, like not as long. I would just go with the end of season update and show you what we're doing and what my ideas are moving forward. Quite glad that you didn't get to see this because if you look here, at half time we was 3-0 up. We was absolutely dominating this game. And in the second half, it's like the players just never bothered coming out. They should have just stayed in the dressing room and said, no, that's it. We very nearly lost that game in the end 4-3, and to be in such a commanding position and almost lose shows that there's still lots and lots of work for us to do here. So in terms of the league then, if we come into the league table itself, we finished 16th, still higher up than what we were last season, finished on a bigger points tally than we did last season. Could have been a much higher position. There are some games in there that we've lost and we've drawn that realistically we should have won. Slight worry for me is Charlie Ball. As you can see, 32 goals this season, absolutely smashing the league in terms of the highest average rating, and he's got the most man of the match awards. If we come into him, he's starting to consider whether he should be looking to move to a bigger club. That is a real big concern. He's scored 35 goals in all competitions. He's not really a player that we can afford to lose. Because quite simply put, I don't think that we can replace him at this level. And to lose 35 goals in a season, that is a tremendous amount to be losing. Right, so if we come into here, inducted into the best 11 and some new players. So our best 11 now of all time is Boot, Zamora, Howe, Baines, Williams, James Osborne, Jamie Osborne, James Ball, Lewis Longstaff, Francis Vincent, Connor Stanley and Charlie Ball. So new players this season introduced then Lewis Longstaff and Lewis Baines as well. So the team's starting to take shape. Obviously, we don't have Connor Stanley anymore. We don't have Tyrone Williams anymore. Ended the season then. Fans player of the season, no surprise, is Charlie Ball. Goal of the season was David Wang. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Signing of the season, Ryan East. Very good season for Ryan East in our midfield. Very pleased with him. So if we go into our season review, we was tipped to be in a relegation battle. We went above that again by finishing mid-table. Honestly, quite pleased. We're making slow progress, and sometimes that's the best way. However, next season I really would like to push for the playoffs. We've got to tighten up defensively. We've got to be a little bit more clinical going forward. Not in terms of scoring the goals that we've scored so far, but there's so many games where we've had 6 or 7 clear-cut opportunities and we haven't taken them, and then we've lost a game like 1-0 or 2-0. Absolutely frustrating. So we really need to improve on that this season coming. So obviously our objectives this season now, our season coming up, is a mid-table finish they want out of us. And then again in the cups they haven't even given us anything. To work within the wage budget and to build a new stadium. In the wage budget, by the way, which they have already given us, I'll accept that current vision. If I go into finances here, we've got nearly 20 grand a week to play with in the wages. That's double pretty much what we're spending at the moment. So really, really good. We've got a 72,000 transfer budget. Obviously, we haven't had the end of season money come in yet, so our bank balance will shoot up, and we'll do some friendlies pre-season to increase it further. I've got a couple of players coming in on a free transfer. Hello? And we can't show you those yet. Okay. Transfer centre activity coming in. No, we can't. Oh, well, that's annoying. Got two very, very promising young players coming in. Which we will do in obviously the transfer window. Then we'll do a full transfer window review there. So looking at the squad, if we go goals, Charlie Ball with 35. I mean, if you take away his goals, I can't scroll down one because we haven't got enough players in the squad. But if you look from there downwards, there's no goals coming from anywhere else, which is what really worries me about if we lose him. Because obviously, if he goes, that is a huge chunk of goal scoring ability to try and fill. In terms of assists, Ryan East this season, our top assist, obviously only coming in the January, I believe, or only started playing for us in the January. 9 assists in 18 games. Not bad for a guy who's playing very, very deep in central midfield. So quite happy with that. Pretty spread out, but we need more from our wingers, really. We need more in terms of our wingers and our fullbacks because they should really becoming and overlapping and getting into areas where they're deadly and should be creating goals, and it's just not happening at the moment. So, in terms of average rating, our best players at the club so far this season, again Ryan East with a 7.65 overall, a 7.31 for Charlie Ball, which is not surprising. And Ladu come into us on loan in January, and it'd be nice to see if we could get him back again from Wolves. Chinese youngster David Wang, absolutely superb season he's had from us. Again, everybody else very, very much so. Just average, really, really average. The worry for me is we've got too many players in our current squad who are not quite League Two level. So we've got good players in certain areas, and then in some areas we're still a little bit shy. And rather than stepping up, because I've signed some youngsters, we've actually got quite a few kind of lower League Two players slash top Vanarama national players. We don't want that. We need players now that are going to push us forward. The first two signings of the season that I've made are youth players, but they've got a lot of potential and their current potential is very good. So they're going to be useful for the team straight away. Um, I'm happy. I'm excited. Obviously, I don't know whether we're going to be here after the summer because you never know what's going to happen in football. But my personal objective now is to take the Moors up into League One this season, whether that be via playoffs or the automatic promotion places. I'm not going to play an all-out attacking formation this season because I do think that we're leaking goals in positions where we're just getting done by a ball over the top. So I'm going to have a fiddle around with the tactic and work it all throughout the pre-season. Hopefully when we come back we're going to hit the ground running and you're going to see that we've done a little bit of nice business and we've improved the club's finances and hopefully put us in a position to challenge for that promotion so that we're not going to have too many losses on the live comms this season. Not going to keep you any more than that, folks. So, I do appreciate all the support so far on the channel. It's really, really, really nice for me. If you have enjoyed that today, please don't forget to hit the like button. If you are new around here, don't forget to subscribe. Our upload days are every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Hope you all had a bang on New Year. Hope you're all doing very well. Thank you for the support again, and I'll catch you next time, folks.